I'm pleased to welcome you to this village of Lightmansau, which is located in Malayam Community and Rural Development Block in East Khasi Hills district of the state of Meghalaya. I'm proud to introduce you to this village for the reason that this village has become a model for the rest of the country and the rest of the state for various reasons. And one of the reasons is that although the village is a small village, having only around 45 numbers of families, they have been able to make themselves a village that has attained a very high standards of cleanliness and sanitation in individual level and also at the community level.
Kakerteng chonga ada Emlin Darling do Oklang, ada assistant teacher chongka Lightmansau SSA LP School.
Kakerteng chonga kakerteng iban lil nongklau, ngasong ngasa Lightmansau, bat ngatray kum I asha worker.
To kakerteng chonga kalong kluda sing nakar. Ngade usketri chongka village watas station hane po snong Lightmansau.
Hello everyone. My name is Switchborn Marwen, and I'm a proud member of this village, Lightmansau village.
It's very interesting to note that the people in this village in particular has already have that kind of inborn thought of how to keep the villages clean. It's there in the culture, it's there in the habit, it's a tradition for them to maintain the cleanliness in the own houses, in the compounds as well as in the surrounding. So this has been a very contributing factor to what the village has been able.
Kum churu hang ni hasnong changi kibreu kul atip kum no ban pandon kami ki pankhana kum no ban lekhu hasnong hathau
Ti ka jingwan jong ka Swachh Bharat mission kala long ka jingmento yangi kum kinong snong bat kala ai ka jinghikai yangi kum no banginang ban lekhu bat ningkong ka bang kongsan kalong ba nginang ban ba nginlet shabar nginlet pankhana hapo ki pankhana om nginlet shabar shaki cloud ki shaki jakai ki bomdei ban banginlet bat kumjo ru ka ai ke hikai ningkong shwayanga kumno banganang ban hikai elagi jong ki khun ki kti bigin long ki bale khoi bingin yo ya ka jingko jingkhia ka ba bit ka ba biang kat bakal ni ka Swachh Bharat kampatwan ha ka jinglong jingman jong ka imlang salang ha ka snong ka thau komut kadan shibun ki jing tuna mo komut hal kaliang ka jing khoi ke jing suba bat ngidan ki ha kapor ba menshwa bingidang let shabar mo pathar mo komut ki bun ki jingpang kum ka pre kum ka penhiar kum ka typhoid kum ta terter mo reiling ba jong ka jingwan jong ka Swachh Bharat ka la ai ka jingmento yangi ba ka hikai yangi kum no bangin le khot ya ki khamtam yangi ki long kumi mo bat kum ju iki khon bangin hikai iki khon bangin lat na kita ki jingpang ki babun jan
Kani gari ka chaka ka bangi chupan lang ha kapor paslam. Ya kapor paslam kum tung isna de ising iar hatang khatang ki jing Bandang tu isna itu ikolong nang teh, bandang teh iwan situ upai, kalau upai nang teh perbesar kumtu ni cerang kawan ka kumtu, karung pak kasung ha kan ikatop ke bangi ngelak joy perkre, berkesalang ke hang ni sayo berpendon kami kan ke baro.
So we started this campaign in 2012, and after that we through very dedicated effort of the team of our volunteers. And in fact, we even have volunteers within the community. In a very short time after our intervention, the village came together, they decided, they passed a resolution that they'll have to redo the kind of toilets that they were having at the time by converting the toilets into a safe toilets.
I am Don Kuparwar, Chief Engineer, PhD Environment and Sanitation, also functioning as Mission Director, Swachh Bharat Gamin, Meghalaya. Swachh Bharat Mission objective is for behavioral change and to ensure sustainability of the efforts put in under the program. The state of Meghalaya has attained open defecation free in the year 2018 under Swachh Bharat Gramin Phase 1. As on date, we are moving towards Swachh Bharat Mission Phase 2. Under Phase 2 of Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen, the new objective is to transform all ODF villages into ODF plus villages by ensuring that these villages sustain their ODF status, including all individual households, schools, Anganwadi centers, village darbars, community centers, marketplaces also should have access to functional toilet facilities. And they should have arrangement to manage solid waste as well as liquid waste. Also, the village should be visually clean. That is, the village is observed to have minimal litter, minimal stagnant water, and no plastic waste dump. Then the village should have the display of ODF plus IEC messages on usage of toilets, solid and liquid waste management, plastic waste management at prominent places. And finally, the goal is to have all 6,128 ODF villages in the state to achieve the ODF plus status at the earliest.
We have a program at that time which is called a Total Sanitation Campaign. During that program, we are going villages to villages just to promote the kind of well-being of the people by adopting proper methods and proper habits of sanitation, and mainly the use of toilets. So our observation at that time, prior to 2012, we could see that this village had appeared as a village that had stopped open defecation. Why? Because in each and every houses there are toilets. But when going inside the village, going inside the houses and seeing the kind of toilets that they were having at that time, we could understand that there was a wrong notion that people were having about toilets. Toilets has to be safe, toilets has to be sanitary, and toilets has to be a facility that should not contaminate the water bodies, that should contaminate the environment. But we could see that the toilets they were having at that time were in fact unsafe toilets. They were just an enclosure, it was just a room, but the waste that were there were just dumped into an open pit. So it's just a single pit, it's just an open pit toilet. So that triggered our mind as a team that works for promotion of sanitation. We thought that this is an area where we have to intervene. So our intervention is to promote the use of safe toilets. Of course, they were having housing for the toilets, very good proper toilets at that time. Some houses are even constructing very costly toilets at that time. That they were not constructed near the houses, but they were constructed a bit far from the house. Why? Because people were saying that the toilets should not be near the house. So this is a second observation that we thought we should make an intervention by people having a very wrong notion of the toilet. So we started our exercise in this village. We started what we call at that time a community-led total sanitation approach, where in the entire community were being involved, the entire community were being the center of the discussion. And during that triggering exercise, we tried to expose to the people the danger of having an unsafe toilet, the danger of going to the forest for defecation, the danger of security of the people, the concern of decency and dignity of the people. So we started to raise these kinds of issues and make people realize and thinking that what they had been doing earlier was not really a very proper way of doing the things at that time.
To ka jing yo jongi ya ki pan khana kala long ka jing mentoy khamtam yangi ki kenthei mo ba kala long ka burom na ka bentar jongi na manila yo da ka dai kum iyeng mo iban da mo yangi bangin laj da uslap da kal air ban jaka bangin lej sha cloud sha lum sha wa ring la yo mo hai sem mo kumo iyeng ka mangila long kala long ka burom pat ka jing suk yangi kan bangin yo ban lej ha tu ka hai tu i jaka i bangila sna kerpang na ka bentar jongi khamtam ban ngi long ka i long don burom mo yangi ken thei hapo snong po tha mo yangi khamtam yangi ken thei bangi yo ban ngimlong kumun shwa bangili shabar pathar kum to rei menta ngila yo ba haki hai jaka i blasna kerpang kum iyeng ban ngila yo ban lej hang tu kala long ka jing kerku bat ka jing mentoy ka bakraw yangi.
Earlier we do have toilets, but that was not safe enough. But then when this mission came and the team, they taught us how to build proper toilets and proper sanitation.
Te na kalang jongi kum ka chnong barok away ngi ai khublei kerpang na ka bentai kini ki news na popune blawan ban poisok poisa han ka chnong ka jongi. Te na kalang jongi kum ka chnong barok away ngi penpau ki sngongu ya ka Swachh Bharat mission ka bala ai sibun ki jing arab nam ta ka chnong ka thao ka jongi ka bangi yo ban snai ki pan khana ka bangi yo ban snai ki sokpit ya ki kompostang ka balon ra ka jing mon toy ka bakraw ya ka chnong ka thao ya ka khoi ka soba ya ka chnong ka thao bro ka wei bar kham tam ka wan ra ya ka jing ko jing khia ha ka chnong ka thao hi bar ka wei takum ta ka jing ra cho ka Swachh Bharat mission ya ka ni ka ya ki scheme ha ka chnong ka jongi kala long ka jing khu ka bakraw na kam ta ki nong snong bar ka wei te ka khubor ka bangi kum ki nong snong i don ban ai ka long ba ngi kerpat ya paro ki parasnong para thao ki bodon hapo ka chela ka jongi ba kin sim yang dikalat cho ka jingarap ka ba sarkar ka ai khnang ba kanon ra ka jing khui ka jing soba ba ka jing ko jing khia ya ka snong ka thao ba ya ka chela hi baro ka wei to si miang i penpau ka jing sngo kmen ka ba kraw ka ba ngiyo bnya don kum ni han ka snong jongi palai man sao te na kalyang chonga kum sekretari chongka ni ka komiti i judon ka jing ya trailang na ka banta banon ra ya ka khui ka soba ha ka chnong ka thao baro ka wei da ka jing ya simtilang ka jing ya trailang chong ki pai ba nong snong baro ngidon ka jing ya su thu jing mot lang na ka ni ka VWSC komiti rengkat bat ki nong snong baro banginon ra ya ka snong ka ba khui ka soba hang ne snong jongi baro ka wei ba ka jing sim banta ya ka ni ka long hi nando ki barit hado ki bahai ki basan ni baro si sinong ngidon kata ka jing ya long siteli ki long ka wei na ka banta banwan ra yang ni ka jing khui ki soba ha ka sinong ka thao jongi baro ka wei
nga ngo komen ma yo ki ki pan khana ta long ki jing yarap ya ka yeng ka sem ka jonga te ngil alat ka lecha pathar ki klaw ki tap ken te da ka jing don jong ki ni ha ngil alat ka slap da ka air te ka long ka jing mon toy ken yang ni ka yeng ka sem te tang kom ta hi
बारिश और बाढ़ ने इस बार लंबे समय तक लोगों को परेशान किया है। जिस वैशाली की धरती ने पूरी दुनिया को लोकतंत्र का पाठ पढ़ाया था, उससे जुड़ी अनमोल यादें आज बाढ़ के पानी में मिटने की कगार पर पहुंच गई हैं। ऐसे में इन धरोहरों की हिफाजत नहीं हुई तो आने वाली पीढ़ियों को शायद पता भी नहीं चलेगा। इन बौद्ध मंदिरों में कभी बुद्धम शरणम गच्छामि के बोल गूंजते थे। महात्मा बुद्ध के अनुयायियों का तांता लगा रहता था, लेकिन आज हर तरफ सैलाब का साया है। क्या मंदिर और क्या संग्रहालय म्यांमार का मंदिर जलमग्न हो गया है, तो ऐतिहासिक धरोहरें बाढ़ के पानी में तैर रही हैं। हर तरफ गंडक नदी की धारा बह रही है। वैशाली के इस इलाके में बौद्ध मंदिरों का पूरा संसार बसा हुआ है। बिहार सरकार 320 करोड़ रुपए खर्च करके बुद्ध सम्यक दर्शन संग्रहालय बनवा रही है, लेकिन अचानक गंडक नदी सबको डुबाने पर तुली हुई है।
Under the provisions of the guidelines of Swachh Bharat mission, there is a financial incentive that can be awarded to villages for construction of toilets. And this village, like Mansao village, also had availed the incentives under Swachh Bharat mission. Earlier to that, it was Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan, where individual families have been given an incentive of 6,000 rupees for construction of a proper and a safe toilet. But out of 6,000, the contribution from the government is 5,100, and the family has to contribute an additional amount of 900 rupees. But we have seen with that amount of incentive amounting to 6,000 rupees, the toilets that were being built by the families are far, far more better than what it's expected to be. They have even spent from their own pocket additional amount of about 6,000 to 7,000 from their own pocket to construct a proper toilet, a decent toilet. As you can see in this is a toilet. This is a model toilet that has been constructed under financial incentive under Swachh Bharat mission. The purpose of asking the families to contribute an amount of 900 rupees against a government incentive of 5,100 rupees is one way to ensure that people have a sense of ownership. And having a sense of ownership, it will also ensure that people will maintain the toilets, and maintaining the toilets will ensure the sustainability of the works. It will ensure the sustainability of the program, and it will ensure that the living conditions of the people as far as health, hygiene and sanitation is concerned is taken to a higher level from day to day and time to time.
Kan nuksa mo ba ngin ai ka jing hikai shakiwei mo ba hamtam ba ngitip kum kashnong jongi kadon ka jaka jong okai ba ngin pin I shakiwei ba kin nampret pathar ya ki plastic lani ya kinu ki baki ki nongwan jong okai ki wanra bat bakin habangi labu iki jaka ban bread iki nyut ki ban bread hakitu ki jaka ki bangi labu bat ba kin habki let shabar kin let hakitu ki jaka ki bangi ngilashna nakabentar jongki bakin let shabar nakabentar jongki.
The community took it very sincerely for this mission, and with the help of subsidies and our contribution, all 50 households are having toilets.
Contribution from the government involves creation of assets and infrastructures in this village. But the point of concern as a continuity of the effort is how to sustain and maintain the sustainability of the works. And for that purpose, we try to ensure that capacity building of the people is ensured in this village. So for that purpose, all along the entire process, we ensure that the people of the village have given a proper understanding of the concept of sanitation, and for that purpose we are trying to ensure that at each and every moment we are engaging with the people. We are trying to get people participation, people community involvement, and for that purpose all the time we are always interacting and communicating with important leaders of the village, important persons in the village, and we have persons whom we used to call them natural leaders. So these natural leaders are persons like the village headman, the village water sanitation secretary, the ASHA worker, the Anganwadi worker, the school teachers. So these are the main person to carry forward the efforts of the government, to sustain the effort of the government, and these are the person to ensure that sustainability is there in the village for years to come.
Namar kabang kasinong kanang ban lekhuj kibrew hang ne sinong gila nang ban lekhuj kolong gaburom yak sinong hibarok kowe.
Cleanliness is now the way of life as a villagers, and it has become also an identity of the village.
That means this is your toilet, so keep it clean. That means this is a peaceful room in Khasi.
The message we wanted to put across as a story in sanitation movement in the entire country, and particularly in the villages of the state and the country as a whole, is that this movement of sanitation should continue for years to come.
We follow proper sanitation and we are proud about it.
I love family. Bye bye.